Welcome to Game of Roses.
Hi. How you doing?
For purple mountains.
Oh my God.
Majesty.
Too soon. Dark.
Above the fruited plain.
Darkness.
Oh my God.
We are recording this on Thursday. After the Jimmy Kimmel news, we'll be discussing that, of course. And
September 18th.
this is also our final Twibbin before Mel Owens' Golden Bachelor Season 2 airs. This is my Golden Bachelor
For a second, I was
jacket.
like, wait, do you know something I don't know? This is our final Twibbin.
Yeah. ABC has decided to suspend us indefinitely. Let's just get into it. This is our state of the game.
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
We have a piece of business.
Okay.
Real quick.
Do it.
We finished Love is Blind UK on Kazagor, including the reunion. And now we are starting Slumwa on Kazagor. This is The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Season 1, Episode 1 is already on our Patreon, patreon.com/Game of Roses.
And I will say, very mixed feelings.
I was going to say that might have been my scream until this week. I don't know.
Very mixed feelings about it all. The first episode it's indescribable how crazy it is watching that and knowing that she's your bachelorette. Let's just get into this. This is part of the state of the game as well.
This is part of the state of the game.
Game of Roses. State of the game.
How does Jimmy Kimmel being indefinitely suspended by ABC affect the Bachelor franchise? That is effectively what we're talking about here. We have tried to kind of tone down our political commentary in this show and make it just about reality television. If you want political commentary from us, or at least from me, I do a whole separate other podcast where all I do is talk about politics called The Necessary Conversation. Please go there.
And I agree with everything Chad's dad says on that show.
Oh, shit. Really? I'll let him know.
Just kidding.
Yeah, no one else does. But, from time to time, the kind of political atmosphere or decisions being made or events taking place intersect into the world of Bachelor and reality television in a way that can't be ignored. So we must discuss what has happened to Jimmy Kimmel, what it means for America, and what it means for Bachelor Nation, basically. So ABC yesterday, again, we're recording this on Thursday, yanked Jimmy Kimmel off the air at the behest of essentially the FCC. And it gets kind of complicated because there are business things going on here, but the FCC chairman, who is one of Trump's loyalists, basically went on this podcast and said they want Jimmy Kimmel taken off the air, or they might threaten ABC with revoking their broadcast license. So already there is an authoritarian move here to try and silence what that network wants to do. Even beyond that, there are these other media companies that own local affiliate broadcast stations of ABC. Companies like Sinclair and Nexstar, I believe, was the other big one.
It's literally like, I feel like these were so close to the names of the companies in succession when they did this storyline.
Totally. So in order to get these mergers done, these are companies that own like the local affiliates that broadcast ABC. Two of the big ones, Sinclair and Nexstar, said, we are going to preempt Jimmy Kimmel. Screw you, because they were getting pressure from the FCC on deals they were trying to do to consolidate other companies like them, to basically merge with these other companies so that they will own effectively 80% of the local broadcast networks that broadcast ABC and CBS and NBC, et cetera, across the country. So in order to get that deal done... No
problem with that.
Yeah, exactly. But in order to get that deal done, they kind of capitulated to Trump. This is all a part of that. So all of that said, ABC is the company that made this decision. This is the same company that airs our beloved game, that's going to air this Mel Owens season of Golden Bachelor, that's going to air the Taylor Frankie Paul season of Bachelorette next January. So what does all of this mean? There are a lot of people being urged to boycott ABC. Don't watch their stuff. I feel I mean, honestly, I want to be among that group of people. However, we will watch every episode of every Bachelor product ever made. That is what we do here.
Mm-hmm.
I begrudge no one for not watching, by the way.
100%. And we've been saying this about Mello, Taylor Frankie Paul seasons, etc. I mean, unfortunately, this kind of thing has been baked into the show since its inception. The show has always been racist, patriarchal, homophobic, shying away from politics in a way that is like the most political thing I can think that they ever did was the Make America Corinne Again hats.
Yeah, I mean, they have like, obviously, there was a group date with Luke Pell and Joe where they had to shoot guns, and it was like a very NRA leaning thing. They have like tones. They have American flags in the background, whatever. But that's the production. That's like creative decisions being made by producers making the show. What we're seeing now is the network itself, the giant corporate greed machine, essentially saying, we don't care about free speech. We will do whatever this administration says. And so they have effectively aligned themselves, in my opinion, with a fascist regime here. Yeah. I've never seen anything like this in my lifetime ever. And I'm only 29, so it's not that long of a lifetime.
I mean, Jimmy Kimmel has been, interconnected with the Bachelor franchise for forever. I'll never forget the one-on-one date that Caitlin Bristow and Chris Soules went on with Jimmy Kimmel in the hot tub with them, all three of them together.
It started out at a Costco, if I remember right, and he joined them to shop for like wings and stuff that they were going to barbecue that night. Then the night portion was
around Caitlin Bristow in a giant ball around Costco.
Yeah. So yeah, for sure. And he always would have on bachelors and bachelorettes on his show to talk to them.
Right.
And
whoever won the show, the ring winner and lead would always go on Jimmy Kimmel.
And he was a fan of the Bachelor franchise. But all that said, we're in this time now where that network, people are boycotting at least the viewing of it. To my knowledge, no other on-camera talent has come out and said, I refuse to now show up to my job. I read an article this morning as we were preparing for this that said The View did broadcast today and did not even speak about it. So they have silenced everybody on The View, but they all showed up to work. I think there is a path forward. I don't think this will happen, but what should happen is every on-camera piece of talent should refuse to work for ABC now until this is remedied. It just won't happen though. There's too much money to be made. You're a star of an ABC show. And in some cases, those shows are already shot. So like if you're on a drama or a sitcom or something, they've already got their full season of shows shot. They're going to air that anyway. So it doesn't matter, but you could refuse to do promotion. And certainly anybody who's doing a daily show or a live show for ABC could just not show up for work.
Strikes are one of the only tools that the people have in situations like this.
Absolutely. But it is a strange thing that we're in now. ABC, the network that again broadcasts our beloved game, is state-run media, 100%. Our government said, fire this person. They said, yes, sir. And now that's happening. It is the open suppression of free speech.
When I saw the headline, like taken down for Charlie Kirk remarks or whatever, I went to go see the quotes from the show, and I was like, wait, for this?
Right.
For this, like, very mild...
It was a joke.
Fact?
Well, there's two things are being kind of like circulated as why they let him go. One was a joke that he made about Donald Trump's reaction to Charlie Kirk. So just a joke at Donald Trump's expense. And then the other one is that he made some comment about how everybody in the Republican Party is trying to do everything they can to pin this on the other party. So none of these comments were about Charlie Kirk, actually. They were about Donald Trump and they were about Republicans. That's what got ABC to say, yes, we will fire this person. That also comes again from pressure being applied by these other media conglomerates that are trying to gobble up all the affiliate networks. So it's all about money. And what has become like drastically clear here is that like if you ever thought any of these media companies were down for the liberal cause and amplifying marginalized voices over the past however many years and blah, 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 That ain't it. It's just money. They don't give a shit about anything else. So all those things said, happy Friday. We are, like I said, we're going to keep watching this damn show. We're going to keep recapping it. That is what we do here. We begrudge no one. If you want to boycott it, please do what you got to do for your mental health. But for us, part of that, as things are crumbling around us in so many ways, for me and PaceCase anyway, and I don't want to speak exactly for you. Obviously, feel free to say what you want to say. But I think for both of us, reality TV is like, it's our escape. It's like a little bit of how we stay sane. And so while we are going to watch these shows and recap them, and hopefully that will make us feel a little bit better, we are also acutely aware of everything that is going into these, including allegations that are out there about Taylor Frankie Paul supporting Trump, and a old Instagram quote, a comment that she said that said Trump all the way, something like this, right?
Yeah, with like heart emojis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think they would even let her like go outwardly political, but it's kind of something you assume about most of the cast. I think maybe not Layla, but yeah, I'm definitely looking at the Taylor Frankie Paul casting in a different way after the events of this week. Clues and I also, as we said, have started the Slumwa rewatch. And in my mind, the DV happened at like the end of season 1 or towards the end of season 1. It's in the first episode. Yeah. And watching it and being like, okay, and this is the person cast as the Bachelorette. Like as Clues was saying, we don't begrudge anyone not watching the show because it's a lot to take in. Well,
and it does seem like there's a political stance at this point. Anything ABC puts out, if you're watching the show, you are making a political stance in one way or another. And we can rationalize that and stuff as we're doing right here. Like we've always talked about being complicit on this show, that this, at the very least, even in the olden days when politics weren't as crazy as they are, The Bachelor always has kind of promoted these antiquated views of gender roles, what love can be, blah, 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 all the kind of stuff, heteronormativity, all of that. It's always done that. Racism, misogyny, all of it. This is different in that, again, it's now like way more politically aligned, but
it used to just be ABC, the corporate greed machine, and now it is the fascist sympathizing corporate greed machine.
Yes, exactly correct. Exactly correct. And I do think it feels a little bit different this time around. The first Trump, like the networks, the media, or Hollywood, if you want to call it, they didn't cave. No. They, in fact, did the opposite. They put a lot of very progressive kind of shows on. A lot of very progressive left-leaning movies were made. It felt like Hollywood was saying, no, fuck you. We're going to keep doing what we're doing. And in fact, we're going to go hardcore the opposite way. This is the exact opposite of that. It feels like Hollywood is caving instantaneously. All these, CBS settled that 60 Minutes lawsuit with him. ABC settled some lawsuit with him and gave him $17 million or something, I think. And now this is happening. So
it's also like the big news stations are also all starting to feel like, wait, why aren't you covering XYZ? Like,
you ain't shit. Tune into Necessary Conversation this Sunday to get more into those weeds. But yeah, huge stories are happening that CNN, MSNBC, even like the left-wing mainstream media is just not touching, so that they can. This morning I turned on CNN. They did an entire news piece about Meta's new Ray-Bans that have, you can use finger motions to control them instead of having to say, okay, Meta. They did a commercial for a pair of Meta sunglasses in the news while all this other wild shit is happening that they aren't even talking about. So it is the complete takeover of media by the United States government. That said, however, I will say this, and we talked about this PaceCase too. I got a little bit of hope because the media landscape ain't like it was even 10 years ago, but certainly not like 20, 30 years ago. We have the internet now. And so you can fire Jimmy Kimmel off of ABC, which is controlled by the FCC, Federal Communications Commission. they dictate what you can and cannot say or do on publicly broadcasted shows.
But there's no longer only 4 channels.
Right. Not only are there no longer 4 channels, there's the internet, there's YouTube. And I have taken like some solace in watching some of like the left-wing YouTubers like David Pakman, Brian Tyler Cohen. They seem, Adam Mockler, they seem very enraged. Like, and they're not shutting up. They're taking this Jimmy Kimmel thing as like, fine, you want to do that on network TV? Great. This ain't network TV. And they're going even harder against them. I'm curious to see what will happen there. But
will Jimmy, like, will he go start his own channel? I mean, we just saw Colbert.
He should
over to
immediately,
Netflix.
I think. He's put in a kind of precarious position too, because you have to think like this isn't just Jimmy Kimmel. He's the host of that show, but there's probably 200 people who work on that show. Everything from
for many years.
Yeah, he's been on the air for 20 plus years.
Family. Yeah,
exactly. And so him being the host of that show allows all the writers, the other producers, the sound people, the camera operators, the people who are working in the studio. It allows all of them to have this very stable job that they've had for a very long time. And now that's in question. So I'm sure he feels some obligation to make this right in as much as he can to get the show back on the air so these people can go back to work. He's in some way providing for all of them too. And I know, just from having been in this industry a little bit, there are other people kind of like this. Adam Sandler is one of them who he's like, I have to make a movie every year because the, 500 people who work on my movies need work every year. And he kind of treats that like his extended family.
And the people need his touch. The people need his output, his creative output, his vision.
Well, they just need his head on the movie poster. You know what I mean? Like that's
we
the whole
need
thing.
His vision, his awe-inspiring plots, and all of that.
It doesn't matter. He just shits out a movie every year, and it gets to be a vacation for him and all of the people who work on his movies and their families. He'll be like, let's do a movie in Hawaii, and then they just come up with some wacky plot, and it's like everybody gets to go have a vacation in Hawaii, and he does that every year, which is commendable, but I think Jimmy Kimmel is probably in a similar situation where he feels these people are depending on him, etc. That said, in my opinion, if I was Jimmy Kimmel, I would be like, well, that's it. Contract's over. You just breached it. I'm going to do my YouTube channel now. Say whatever the fuck I want. Good luck with your late night show. I would do that instantaneously because most of these shows, these late night shows, they even like Jimmy Fallon, all of them, they get more views on YouTube cutting their show into clips than they do the actual broadcast of the show. And
then you can control the means of production. You're not you don't have the implicit censorship that's already there just being on a network show.
Yeah. Conan O'Brien has already done this.
Maybe you can't hire as many people, but
I don't know. Look at how Conan O'Brien does it. And he does funny things. I think he has a smaller staff, like you're saying, and it's more of a podcast format, but they also do these things where he just did one where he, God, what was it called? Come Visit Me or something. He would get messages from people that are like, I live in wherever in the world, literally like Singapore, come visit me. And he'd be like, okay. And then they would fly to Singapore and shoot a little 10-minute YouTube video with this fan that was like, I'll show you around Singapore. And they're hilarious. He walks around and makes jokes and whatever.
Interesting.
And the production value is great because we all have access now to cameras that look just as good as any TV camera. Anyway, I think there are avenues for him, but all of this is to say, like, what is the state of the game? Precarious, very precarious, as it always is. But we're at a point where like the franchise has done so much by itself to piss off the fan base that I think Mel Owens' season was dead on arrival no matter what. With this added on top of it, that now the network that airs the franchise is essentially a part of a right-wing fascist government at this point. I think more people are going to boycott it. The ratings for this season of Golden Bachelor, which airs, by the way, next Wednesday, it's going to be 0. I think that we're going to see our first 0.0 rating, 0 viewers.
It's you and I.
Yeah.
But we're not even watching on network. We don't even have cords, so I don't know if we even count.
No, I'm watching it on YouTube TV, which does count.
Well,
if we get screeners,
if we still get screeners.
Yeah, we'll see.
Are we still going to get screeners? Time
Are they
will
even
tell.
going to have screeners? Did Trump get pissed enough to be like, no more screeners? I don't know.
God.
But that's it.
Everyone take care of yourselves and your mental health. This, like, everything that's going on is just, like, sickening and hard to handle. I literally just got to the part where they're on a plantation in Outlander, and I'm like,
oh Jesus,
it's it's less far away from current news events than I would like or would have thought. Like, it's just
wild. That's in season 4, I think, beginning of, right? The stuff in season 4, there's some wild, like, just dumb Outlander kind of storytelling in it. But
I mean, you and I have talked about the main problem being, why the fuck are you staying in the past? Bring Jamie to the future.
Yeah, exactly.
They just have horrible things happen to them every couple weeks.
Everything's getting burned down.
A new nightmare.
Always.
Always getting assaulted. All their money's stolen. Like, hands getting chopped off. Like, you don't have whatever. I mean, it's not that much better, but it's better.
I mean, that's a show I would watch too, is like, show me a Jamie Fraser in, well, I guess they would travel back to the 60s, 1960s.
Yeah. But I want to see that.
Me too.
I just kind of assumed we would see that at some point. Anyway,
the
point being, there's horrific shit. Delve into whatever fantasy you need to.
And I will say this. Even as this franchise is in the spot that it's in, and even as we are about to embark upon a Taylor Frankie Paul crown era, simply know that there are people in that system that ain't down with this shit. Simply know that.
Are you coaching Leanne? This is Taylor Frankie Paul's mother.
Anything. No, I'm not coaching her, but I can't say anything. I can't say anything. I'll simply say there are people that will be in some way involved in the Taylor Frankie Paul season who ain't down with any of this shit. So it's not that everybody working on this show is down with this. It's not even that everybody at ABC is down with this. I mean, I'm sure. I've had some very interesting text conversations through last night and this morning, with people who work in various capacities as producers, executives, whatever, at every tier of this thing out here in Hollywood, some at ABC, some at other networks, some agents, whatever. There are many people who do not like this at all, but are in positions where it's like, but it's my fucking job and I have a family. Yeah. And if I want health insurance and my kid to be able to, so 100%. It's like, there's a lot of people who are in circumstances they cannot afford to get out of. And I know I'm sitting here saying like all on camera talent should boycott ABC and all this stuff. It's like, it's not that easy. I get it. But I do take some kind of comfort in knowing that the people at the top of these companies who are the richest among us, they are the ones making these decisions. And the people who actually make all this shit, who make these things happen, the more like rank and file creatives are not down with this. And I don't know where it finally shakes out, but it's certainly, I don't want to give the impression that everybody in the Bachelor franchise is like, hell yes, finally, ABC has become state-sponsored media. That is definitely not the case. Right. But whoever's at the top making the decisions, that's what matters. And that's what the whole vibe will be. Yes. Speaking of ABC employees, let's move on to all those tids that are fit to print. This is Bachelor Nation News. Up first, in Bachelor Nation News, We might not have a Bachelor Nation player on the upcoming season of Dancing with the Stars, but we will have a Bachelor Nation player in the franchise. The fascist sympathizing corporate greed machine known as ABC has tapped season 28 Bachelor and Dancing with the Stars season 33 Mirrorball champ Joey Graziadei to host a new official Dancing with the Stars podcast. The podcast will launch September 18th and feature cast interviews, guests, quotes, behind the scenes insights, and quote, expert breakdowns of the performances. It'll stream on Thursdays on Disney Plus and Hulu, which is interesting, throughout the Dancing with the Stars season, and is also going to be available wherever you get your podcasts.
Good for you, Joey.
Yeah.
We did it, Joey. The podcast is produced by BBC Studios. Season 34 of Dancing with the Stars premieres Tuesday, September 16th on...
It already premiered, I guess.
The fascist sympathizing corporate greed machine known as ABC and Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Of the career move, Grazia Batzia said, I couldn't be more excited and honored to be joining Dancing with the Stars team in a new way, bringing audiences exclusive interviews and behind-the-scenes content. I have so many great memories from my time competing, and winning didn't hurt. So I can't think of a better way to connect with contestants and bring deeper conversations and fun moments to the podcast space. The last official Dancing with the Stars podcast was hosted by Kim Hijacks in 2019. Yeah. Wow.
It's cool that they're going to put this on Hulu and Disney Plus, in my opinion. So it's almost like he gets a little TV show.
It's like a TV show.
Yeah. I'm curious. I think he'll do good. I think he'll be good at this.
I agree.
Up next in Bachelor Nation news, the 77th Emmys took place this past Sunday. Did you watch?
No.
Neither did I, but I'm happy to report that the Traitors absolutely crushed it.
Nice.
They won 5 Emmys, which I believe they were nominated for 5, and I think they won all of them. Woo! Outstanding Reality Competition Series, Outstanding Reality Host, Dark Lord Coming, Outstanding Reality Picture Editing, Outstanding Reality Cinematography, Outstanding Reality Directing. Couldn't agree more, by the way. There's no show even close to this.
Also, this just, again, makes me like, why don't all Dark Lords try to do something in the style of Alan Cumming? The Traitors beat fellow nominees The Amazing Race, Survivor, Top Chef, and RuPaul's Drag Race, which notably used to dominate the category. The RuPaul-led drag competition series won Best Reality Competition Program consecutively from 2018 to 2021, and again in 2023, before the Traitors entered the awards conversation and won the title in 2024.
The franchise's Emmy domination comes just after NBC picked up a civilian version of the beloved game. Cumming will return to host the competition series that will feature a cast of everyday people. Hi. As opposed to the main show that currently features reality TV stars and other notable personalities.
Of his hosting style, Cumming told The Hollywood Reporter he approaches Traitors as if he's playing a character. He added, I'm called Alan Cumming, and I look like Alan Cumming, but that's where it ends. It's sort of hilarious to me because I'm asking people to really believe that I live in that castle, wear those things, and even sound like that. I'm sort of subverting the form of hosting. It's exciting, and I stumbled upon it.
God, he's good.
Sort of subverting. He is absolutely subverting. I love it.
Yeah, he's fantastic. He wins the Emmy now every year for it. Like, I just don't know who could usurp that. You know, though, we did see a little bit in this most recent season of Love Island. Ariana Madix kind of starts dipping into this when she becomes the Raven character, when she came to host the, the leather and lace group date?
Yeah.
She showed up in a Dark Lord outfit with a dark hairdo. She
should lean into Raven, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Up next in Bachelor Nation news, Love is Blind is the target of yet another lawsuit. In a proposed class action filed in California state court on Monday, Love is Blind season 7 villain Steven Richardson says he and the show's other contestants should have been classified as employees, which would have entitled them to certain protections relating to minimum wage, overtime, and illegal contractual terms over confidentiality.
The filing comes after the National Labor Relations Board last year issued a complaint against the production, in which it said that cast members were misclassified as independent contractors, opening the door to possible unionization. For years, contestants on Love is Blind and other reality TV shows have complained of unsafe working conditions.
Richardson's lawsuit is now added to the list of suits against Kinetic that also includes Love is Blind Season 5's Renee Pochet's suit from last year accusing Kinetic of labor violations and Love is Blind Season 2's Jeremy Hartwell's suit from 2022 accusing them of the same thing. The question really is like, how many lawsuits do you need before things change? I guess the answer is infinite, as long as
we haven't
no
hit
one's
the
ever held
number.
accountable.
Yeah. Up next in Bachelor Nation news, a relationship born in the stinging sands of BIP Season 10 has come to its predicted conclusion. Faith Martin and Captain Kim, the Golden Season Mansion man Buick?
I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Buick.
Oh, that's his last name.
Yeah, sorry.
Have dissolved their union. I thought it was like bugle or I don't know.
Did you just saw some weird word I was using to describe him?
Yeah, like a musical performer or poet or something.
Buick.
A month ago, they hard launched their relationship on Instagram in a video that chronicled the captain's visit to her familiar hometown in Washington.
And now Faith has issued another post to Instagram breaking the sad news of the relationship's demise. In the video, which is a direct address with her signature equine companions in the background, she explained the reason for the split and captioned the post, "The real truth about Kim and Faith. Since we left the show, there were fake, all cap, fan page stories about us that were completely fabricated and untrue. Neither of us have ever done interviews or given quotes. It's time to set the record straight. He lives 5+ hours away, or we would have made a video together."
In the video, Faith explains that she and Kim are no longer a couple, saying, "I just got off the phone with Kim not too long ago. I think it's safe to say we are allowed to say what's going on with us, right? So we talk, sometimes 2 to 3 times a week. He lives 5.5 hours away. But the point is this, we are not an in-love couple. Nope, we're not. We never fell in love. We had a great connection on the show. We had our time. You know, we kind of got matched together because of the situation. And I really appreciate that he gave me a rose. And I appreciate the fact that we had a little bit of time to explore our connection, which was definitely genuine. We had a great time and we really care about each other. But are we each other's person? I think he and I both agree, no. Neither of us are heartbroken. We are rooting for each other's happiness and finding our own person if that time ever comes. I'm actually fairly content just the way I am. Point being, thank you all for caring. We love you. It's super sweet that you all cared enough to write us and cheer us on and all that. We had a great time on Bachelor in Paradise, and just know that he is a great guy and he is available. So you ladies, hit him up, okay? He's a really wonderful man and I care about him a lot. I just don't feel like he's my forever person. Nothing wrong with that. And that is the deal with us. Succinct.
Yeah. Congrats to the captain and Faith on this perfectly executed amicable breakup. Predicted by me. Hi.
Okay.
Hello.
Now for the time in our program where we see what were the top 5 plays in the nation on social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, etc. We have one honorable mention.
Oh.
Taylor Frankie Paul's ex, Dakota, posted his reaction to her crown news via Instagram story. It is a kind of sad-looking selfie hanging over what looks to be a dumpster. And he wrote...
Look at the sky behind him, though, too.
Dark, kind of cloudy
Very
storm
cloudy. Storms
sky.
are coming.
He's dressed in a gray storm sweatshirt hoodie.
Is this a real picture of him, or is this AI?
He posted it.
Yeah.
And he wrote in white text, "Had so many curveballs today, and every time I'm always reminded there is nothing more important than God and family. Red heart emoji. Life is too short.
Life is too short.
1-0.
T-O.
Yeah.
Life is too short as
Life
death
is
too tall.
As death is too long."
Yeah. All right. Coming in at number 5, not an honorable mention. This play actually makes the list. Butterfly Queen Kelsey Anderson, the self-proclaimed First Lady of Dancing with the Stars, gifted us with a what's that?
GRWM stands for Get Ready With Me.
Oh, she gifted us with a Get Ready With Me this week via TikTok, where she outlines the red carpet treatment she expects in her new role as paramour to the new host of the Dancing with the Stars podcast, Grazie. The caption reads, Dancing with the Stars premiere, exclamation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, season 34, exclamation 1, 2, 3, 151K likes, 1.2 million of those luscious views.
She still got it.
Yep.
Our number 4 top play of the week goes to the first half of Love Island's Nick Alandria. Nick. He made a short TikTok this week talking about his time modeling behind the cashiers at Tilly's. He then immediately accidentally runs into a random lady civilian just trying to get by him. The caption reads, I'm sorry, 3 crying emojis. Stars. They're just like us. 286K likes, 1.5 million views. This video is hilarious. I laughed out loud. InStyle's TikTok also posted a short video of Nick filming Alandria's walk on the runway of New York Fashion Week, which got 1.5 million likes and 8.1 million views. Can't break up yet.
8.1 million views is quite a bit.
Quite a bit.
That's more than the Emmys got.
What'd they got?
7 something, I think. Jenn Tran comes in at number 3. The not so last Bachelorette of all time seemingly soft launched a relationship in her Instagram stories. In a red skirt, she hugs a dark-haired man in white pants while Jenn takes a selfie of them, but his face is hidden. Some speculation on the comment section of her other posts say that it is maybe medium king Jonathan. Could that be him?
I don't think that is him.
Is that Jonathan's butt? That's all we can really see here.
I don't know. If you zoom in, you can kind of see, I don't know, his phone.
AI is not good enough where we can, eventually we'll be able to take this photo and use AI to spin around and see the guy's face. That will happen soon.
Wowee.
Well, yeah, we'll see. Congrats to whoever this man is.
Number 2, top post of the week goes to the possible last Bachelor of all time, Grant Ellis. No, not possible. Okay. The stockbroking basketball man Bachelor, Grant Ellis. He performed an Instagram Reel Q&A in which he addresses if he would go on another dating show and why he and Juliana broke up. He alludes to some shade regarding the breakup, saying, quote, 2 people are supposed to try everything to make it work. That wasn't the case. but wishes her and her family all the best. The caption reads, answering y'all questions is always easier with a cup of coffee. Coffee emoji. Ask me something in the comments. 4.9K likes, 230K views. Juliana then responded via her own Instagram story, a reposted graphic. What do you mean I didn't try? I stayed even when I felt unloved. Posted by Dan XTTL or something. She gives a blonde woman with both her hands up, shoulder shrug emoji. Black text on white screen. We have talked after the breakup multiple times, which he says didn't happen in the Q&A. He reached out to my family and friends multiple times. They always responded. He also knows why we broke up. He just doesn't want, all caps, you to know why.
Trump.
Qu'est-ce que le fuck?
Will we ever know?
I don't know. I'm watching this space.
Yeah, I like that they're spinning this up a little bit. I'm curious. You've got my attention.
You've got my attention too.
Coming in at number 1 this week, Entertainment Weekly. The media outlet captured an important historical moment via TikTok, the meeting of the Beast, Hannah Brown, and Taylor Frankie Paul chatting at Dancing with the Stars. The Chiron reads, quote, an iconic Bachelorette handshake emoji, an iconic Bachelorette to be. Paul and Brown hug and gesticulate to each other in gowns. While we can't hear what they're talking about, it's probably about how to combat fascism. I'm simply reading what was written here, ladies and gentlemen. 62.9K likes, 773K views. 100% not it. 100% not it.
We'll never know.
The craziest thing to me is, Hannah Brown has been kind of the queen of the whole franchise, really, the biggest social media following of any lead. Mm-hmm. She is now blown out of the water by over double her following by somebody who isn't even in the show yet.
She's no longer the Instagram champion.
It's a weird thing.
Think of that.
I mean, she probably doesn't care because she's married now. She's got her bestsellers. She's doing fine. And I think, as much as she has come back to the franchise, especially in Bachelor in Paradise season 10, and she's going to be on this HGTV Bachelor Mansion renovation show,
and the cruise.
She's still in it, but her place now is kind of like she's notched down a little bit. However, is she really? Because Taylor Frankie Paul's another thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
She didn't come from the system. She came from far outside of it, her own reality show. She has all this shit coming into it. Hannah Brown had to claw her way to the top, just like every other player that came through the system as a rookie, that became a lead, et cetera, et cetera. So I don't know, Taylor Frankie Paul is almost in terms of placing her in the hierarchy of players, she's a little bit of an asterisk. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying. And if you watch the body language in this TikTok, Hannah appears to be the more dominant one. Just maybe because she's taller or she's grabbing Taylor's arm or something. I don't know.
Interesting. I like that.
That's just my own interpretation.
Yeah. She's going to be a bachelorette. We ain't getting around that. She's wearing the crown. They're shooting the show. They're casting the guys. They start shooting in 2 weeks. Okay. It's happening. It's happening.
Yeah.
All that said, it is a break in the chain from how this show has been cast for the past 2 decades. It's definitely it just feels a little different, a little weird. I think it'll work. I think it'll get them ratings and stuff. But in terms, even how I view it, it's there's a big shift in kind of what this show is, what these leads are, how you come through the show to become a lead or not, and we've talked on this show too about, will this now be the norm, or are they going to make a guy from her season be the Bachelor? They are. Hint, they are.
And Hannah has had her own, singing controversy, but that was always post them being the lead.
Right.
TFP is definitely the most controversial figure going into that role.
Yeah, and we talked about this a little bit too. Usually in Bachelor, if somebody has some kind of problematic shit in their history, it gets discovered, it gets unearthed by us, the fourth audience. It comes to light on Reddit usually. This is the exact opposite. There's literally the biggest reality show on ABC, the fascist sympathizing corporate greed machine. They promote that show. They put it out. She's the biggest star of that show, and they have already aired her dirty laundry literally in the shit. That's what made her famous. The Mom Talk, going on Mom Talk and talking about all the wild shit she did and how she broke all the Mormon rules and blah, 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 So it is different in that regard. But yeah, it's interesting to see them face off like this. It's almost I always look at reality TV like mixed martial arts, and there was an era of MMA that happened before Dana White and the Fertitta brothers bought UFC, where it was the Gracie family. Royce Gracie won the first 3 UFCs. He's a jiu-jitsu practitioner. The first UFCs were made by this family who owned all these jiu-jitsu studios in the United States, and they were like, let's do this thing where we have all these different martial artists come and fight each other. No weight classes, no gloves, just pure blood sport. And they're like, and our dude is going to win every one of them. And that will be an advertisement for our jiu-jitsu schools, basically. And so that's how it started. After Dana White and the Fertitta brothers bought it, they started creating stars. They put in weight classes, gloves. They made it more of a legitimate sport. And those early mixed martial artists who took every martial art and they were I'm good at striking, ground game, jiu-jitsu, all of it. They became massive stars, and it was just a stark shift from what it used to be. And there were a couple of guys who tried to make that transition, but it was mixed martial arts like became its own discipline, basically.
I'm curious if what you're saying happens, if they cast a bachelor from the previous one, will they just go back to that, or will they continue stunt casting?
I mean, I don't know. I don't have any like exact information, but I will say this in terms of the Taylor Frankie Paul season. I don't know what I can say here. They were going to make a season 30 of Bachelor. Okay.
I can't. It's Netflix. Just say that.
Yeah. There's a Netflix executive sitting right there. Eagle-eyed me. No, they were going to do season 30 of The Bachelor. That's what was supposed to start shooting in 2 weeks. They were casting for that guy. 100%. And the idea they had was nobody from the franchise, no celebrities. We want to cast somebody that is for TRR, that doesn't have a following, and like restart the franchise. Basically find a new Alex Michelle. That was the idea of it. Obviously now we're in a different world. Taylor Frankie Paul is going to be a bachelorette.
I like to read. I like swimming.
Sure.
Those are my Alex Michelle quotes.
What are the 3 best things? What was it? What are the 3 things you love most? Pizza, excitement,
and excitement.
Anyways, I'm just saying that I don't think they're going to do the celebrity thing again with The Bachelor. My gut and like information that I have is telling me they were casting for season 30 of The Bachelor. They were going to cast a Bachelor.
It would be funny if all the group dates are like clearly for The Bachelor. Like it's like all like football and like boxing. Stop.
What you're going to have in Taylor Frankie Paul's season, they might sprinkle in like a Chase Moore. He might make it in. I don't know. But most of the guys, not most, but like the top tier guys you're going to be seeing in her season, they literally were going to cast them as The Bachelor. So you're going to be looking at dudes that they saw as potentially rebooting the franchise are going to be top playing against each other. Yes. Cool. You're going to see like, I think the top 6 players are all going to be fantastic Bachelor candidates.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. And because we've never had that really in Bachelorette. You know what I mean? Usually the guys are fucking duds.
No, usually.
Remember Jenn Tran season? Jesus Christ.
Cast. Oh my God. Yeah.
I think this is going to be way different. And the real, I think, complexity of what the producers have to do is make it believable that any of these guys would marry Taylor Frankie Paul.
Would move to Utah, period.
All of it, everything that comes with a Taylor Frankie Paul, making it believable that these guys don't care about it or are down with it or whatever is going to be maybe one of the hardest seasons to produce.
I only date moms. I love mothers.
I love mothers. You need one of those.
I have a secret family history in Utah. I've always wanted to get back there.
Yeah.
To plant my roots in
what you're going to be looking for, I think, in that season is all the guys to basically be saying, if I fall in love with somebody, I'll do anything. You're going to be looking for some mirror PTCs about maybe DV.
What?
Yes. I don't think the guys can be the committers of it. They have to be the victims of it. But I think it has to be a thing where like, I've experienced something like this, and I know the person who did this to me was at rock bottom, wasn't really themselves. They've done the work. And so I understand that you can too. I think it's going to be guys who have had something like that in their life that gives them an understanding of how she could have also turned a corner. Those are going to be some of your top tier players.
I'm so curious how they're going to handle that. And to me, that's like leaning into it even more than I would guess that they would.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Nonetheless, congratulations to Entertainment Weekly. We must also now discuss a little bit of a non-human. This week, one of our favorite players, Elyse Del Balm, made a great video of her dog. She jokes that she would rename her dog Meryl after she takes her dog on a walk. Her dog dramatically plays dead on the ground, and she just won't move. It's so fucking cute and so funny. Congrats to Elyse Del Balm and her creature, her dog. Please go look at it on her, I think it was on her story. It may still be up. Anywho.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Little cattle dog. Oh.
Now,
Meryl.
we must dive deep into the dark waters, the only place that makes us feel safe from the onslaught of atrocities in this world. This is
Screams from the pit.
Feel so safe in our Screams clues. You're right.
I do too.
Oh my God. I
What you
feel
got?
like I have a million Screams this week, but the one that came to mind first was, as you know, I am with fetus, with child, with a pre-baby.
Yeah.
And with that comes a lot of stuff.
Okay.
People really want to say stuff to you when you're pregnant in kind of inappropriate ways. Touch you without asking, kind of stuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
Just like, you should be breastfeeding, and I'm like, who are you?
It's just people on the street. You're in Chipotle. The
No,
fucking
but people
person's
I'm
like,
not
here's your
close
burrito,
with.
and you should be breastfeeding.
I just think there's a lot of wild shit. Here's horror stories of a pregnancy of someone I know. That one comes up.
I
has
probably
come
am
up a
guilty
lot.
of that. I think I told you about some of my sister's activities, some of her
I
events.
mean, we're best friends, so I feel like that's okay. But I posted a very pregnant looking shot on my Instagram, and a lot of pit dwellers commented, "You're glowing." And I realized that is probably the only appropriate thing you should ever say to a pregnant person.
Right.
You're glowing. And it's from our beloved game.
Yeah, you got a pit glow. That's great.
Thank you for the glows. Thank
That's
you for not saying
fantastic.
other weird shit. Like some of my extended family.
Oh shit! All right, we'll leave that there. I don't know how much further you want to dig that hole, but
Nope. No
Wow.
thing to say there. They're not listening.
okay.
What's yours?
Mine. I mean, this is kind of similar to my one from last week, but it just keeps happening.
Yeah.
I had a meeting this week with somebody, an old executive who worked on one of the very first projects I ever did. This also keeps happening. She hit me
I know
up.
you're getting a lot of meetings.
I'm always taking meetings. You know this. They never go anywhere. Don't worry.
Humble brag.
They're always bullshit.
You're like, I don't know why the same thing keeps happening in every single one.
Yeah. And I'm like, now I'm about to do the scream. And you're like, I think I know why nothing ever happens. Anyway, no, it came about because my other podcast, the one where I talk about politics with my parents, has kind of started to get a following. And the clips that I'm cutting for it have like, the algorithm likes them. It's sucking them up. And so people are just getting them and then being like, holy shit, I did a TV show with this guy fucking 15 years ago or whatever. And so I'm getting a lot of those emails from executives to be like, man, I just saw this thing with your parents. What are you up to? Blah, blah, blah. We should get lunch, catch up. This was one of those. This was an executive who worked on one of my very first pilots, or first two pilots, I guess, ever. And she now runs a development for this production company that has a deal at a studio, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So we go and we sit down, we're having lunch. What are you up to? What have you been working on? And get this shit. It comes down to always, this comes up in these conversations. What are you watching? Right? I asked the question, what are you watching? Anything good now? Oh my God. Getting back through Love Island USA season 7. That was the first thing said to me. This is a meeting ostensibly. Yes, it's catching up with somebody that I worked on a project with a million years ago. It's also though about like, what are you working on now? Can we find some project to work on together? That also is always a part of these meetings. That never happened. It immediately was just talking about reality TV, coaching the players.
Yeah.
What do you think about Huda? What do you think about Taylor Frankie Paul? 90
They
Day?
walked into the eye of the storm.
Exactly. And it's like, I can't fucking help it. And even as it's happening, I was sitting there like, no, talk about the sitcom you want to get made. Talk about this, whatever, And I'm like, Huda is a singular talent. I know people give her shit for being toxic, but oh my God, what she did that season. And then once you're in it, especially with like this executive was like, also very into reality TV. If you get somebody on the line with you who got a little bit of pit in them, and maybe they don't even know they got it, but you do. If you're in the pit, you see the fucking darkness. I saw the darkness and I welcomed it. That's what I do in every one of these fucking cases. And then I leave the meeting feeling like, God, I'm so fucking dumb. All that reality TV talk is going to lead to nothing. Why didn't I even mention this or this or this, And it really is, I struggle with the acceptance of this, that it affects my life in this way, But also I'm just like, oh, fuck it, whatever. It's who I am now. I just can't not do it.
You should come up with some like transition out of it and be like, maybe it's a scripted thing about non-scripted TV or something.
I tried that exact thing.
No.
The show that we tried to pitch.
Yeah.
So I started talking about that because she brought up the wrong Paris or the other Paris on Netflix right now. And it's like a Bachelor kind of a fictional world with a show that's like The Bachelor. And it's about these women that are on that show, blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Fictional scripted
What's
thing
that on?
about it. Netflix. And so she was like, have you ever thought about doing like a scripted comedy about this kind of thing? And I'm like, actually. And then I basically pitched the thing that we did. And she's like, oh my God, that's such a good idea. We don't do stuff like that, but and then it's just like, well, what the fuck?
Dang it.
Yeah. But no, it was so fucking fun to see her after all these years and just kind of like catch up about like the state of the industry and all that type of shit. But yeah, invariably, like all these conversations just go to reality TV for me, like every fucking time, even when I'm literally trying to do something outside of it.
Once you find someone who speaks the language, it's just like, it's hard to not talk about. Like my scream about the lady at the fair who I didn't talk to, who was screaming, I pick Clark.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if I ever did a scream about her, if I'm holding it. I'm holding this one scream I'm thinking of until a certain episode of Golden. We'll get to it. But I had a moment like that as well.
By the way, Huda has obviously a singular talent. Has disappointed me on social media. Yeah. It's all like
working
Kardashian type stuff, working out, like pretty framed, fancy food and clubs and stuff. And I'm like, I want to see her talking to camera. Why isn't she doing that?
Send her a DM. Let her know.
All right. I'll let her know.
We aren't.
It'll remain by like your DM to Kieran.
And by the way, I know that we say this on the show. Why aren't you talking to
camera more in your social media?
Did he look at my message yet, Kieran? Hang on. Let me see. Hang on. Hold on. Hang on.
The answer is no. We don't need to look.
If he messaged me back, still hasn't even read it. Okay.
He's busy.
No, he ain't. I saw him. He got that due. He's just sitting around admiring his own due.
You know how long that due takes?
Huh?
That due takes a lot of time.
Maybe. I think Megan does it for him while he's sleeping. He just wakes up like that.
Whatever you want, babe. Okay.
Well. Yeah, if you didn't watch Love is Blind UK, sorry for that last 1 minute of conversation. What I was going to say was this, in terms of sending DMs, we're simply joking about DMing.
Anyone.
Literally anyone at this point, I agree. And I know right now.
Anyone you don't know.
There's a lot of reasons to potentially not like this person or this network or whatever. We strongly encourage you to DM no one anything other than praise for what you like about what they're doing in one of your favorite shows or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just, there's no benefit in it.
Or comments. Or anything.
Yeah, just don't leave anything mean anywhere to anybody. It is simply not worth it. And, it makes these people feel like shit. And if they're doing something, if they're even contributing to one of these shows that you like, but you don't like them specifically on the show, if they're a part of the show that you like, it still means they're a part of it. Appreciate what you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I appreciate Huda's social media. She doesn't need to change for me. That's whatever.
Yeah.
Do you?
Those are our screams, but we ain't the only ones screaming. If you watch this program, you know that if you're on our Patreon, you get access to the Game of Roses Discord. In that Discord is a channel. That channel is called Submit Your Screams. You can record a scream in a 1 minute or shorter audio or video format, send them into that channel, and we play the best ones here. Today, our scream comes from Nonarchs 1983. Are you ready, PaceCase, to hear this scream?
Let's go.
All right. Here we go.
Greetings, Clues, PaceCase, and fellow pit dwellers. 4 weeks ago, I made the discovery that my narcissistic sociopath of an ex-boyfriend had been having multiple affairs throughout our 7-year relationship.
Holy shit.
We're talking stuff that would have put the astronomer CEO to shame. I have counted no fewer than 8 women throughout the span of our relationship.
Oh my God.
Although I don't know if I'll ever know the true
Oh my
number.
God.
Turns out he even had an affair on his ex-wife 9 years ago that resulted in him fathering a love child that I just found out about. Needless to say, traumatizing.
Jesus.
Perhaps even an all-time PTC if The Bachelor ever decides to do a millennial Bachelor season. During our breakup, he had the gall to ask me if I still loved him, to which I turned to him and said, in my best Latia Gar impression, "Come on now." As someone who is truly a Gaslighter survivor, it had to be said.
I mean, where do we begin? What do we do here? First of all,
I'm
condolences on all of this. This sounds like a horrible thing to have to go through. Second of all, the fact that you can be subjected to this insane life event, betrayal, finding evidence of it, a secret love child, all these things, which, by the way, are part and parcel with all of our reality shows that we love. This sounds like a season of Love is Blind, quite frankly. The fact that you can go through all of this and still in the end, when you're called on to have your big moment to say, fuck off, we're through.
She calls on the big moments of the greats.
You channel fucking Latia Gar. It's unreal. It's unfucking real. This is super deep level pit shit. When you are essentially using the echo of history from Latia Gar or anyone else in a breakup type capacity. If you had a ring, this could have been a good moment too to take that off and say, this doesn't mean what it used to mean, and throw it out of, any of these things. But I absolutely love this scream.
Men like that.
Yep. Men like that could have been a good one. We thank you for sharing this, very personal, sensitive information in this scream. And also I thank you for invoking our beloved game in the breakup.
Yeah, I'm really sorry. That's horrible. I'm now like, should everyone go through people's phones like at least once? I'm now like starting to think that. I'm like, I don't know. There's just so many stories like this. I don't know. It's too late for me, but
I guess, I don't know. I assume my girlfriend has gone through my phone. She uses my phone to like order food and shit all the time. I don't, she can if she wants. Like, there's going to be a bunch of Magic the Gathering YouTube videos. that's about
scroll at your own risk.
For real. Bunch of that shit, cardistry stuff, and then just like reality TV shit, a bunch of political stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of political stuff now. A lot of news. No, I'm really sorry that this happened. And that is a hell of a PTC. And I don't know. That sucks.
I mean, you should do yourself a favor too and buy one of these hats. I think Latia Gar is selling more of them. You'll get a lot of value out of it. It's my favorite hat that I've ever owned, I think, because I find it so funny.
You wear it the most.
Yeah.
Out of any hat. Is she going to do new colors? I mean, I would get the blue if you can.
Yeah, I don't know.
That one's about to be famous.
I want to say she had a green one too. It's about to be famous. This week, Golden Bachelor got 2 views. It was me and PaceCase. I mean, you know what's sad about it is this episode that we've been teasing that's going to come out probably week 2 or 3, I think. It's going to be a dream fulfilled for me that I have had since we have known each other, which is now going on 10 years or something. And no one will see it. That's like the worst part of this. Literally,
Well,
no one will see
Maybe
it.
we can clip it out and then maybe more people will see it.
Okay, yeah. But we'll try.
I'm proud of you no matter how many people see it, Clue.
Thank you very much. And thank you all very much for joining us for this week in Bachelor Nation. We'll be back on Monday with Digging Deeper, I think, right?
Yeah, but before that, we'll be posting more Slomwa on our journey
Yeah.
through that.
Whew. And what a journey it's going to be now.
Yeah, I can't believe how much is packed into the first episode. Like things that I thought it took all season to come out, all come out in episode 1.
Well, I also can't
It's
believe
wild.
like what has happened with ABC and Jimmy Kimmel, as we talked about in State of the Game. That all affects how I'm now watching Slama. Also, knowing that this fascist sympathizing corporate greed machine is responsible for making or for airing this product at the very least, and making this decision to make her the Bachelorette. And it's like they haven't started shooting that season of Bachelorette yet. Again, it starts in a couple of weeks. Like whether they're showing it in the show or not, everybody on that show, all the players and her, are acutely aware of this Jimmy Kimmel situation. It's the
Yeah.
biggest news in the fucking country. Everybody knows about it. So that's going to, in some way, affect the show. What you see on screen, I don't know. But like, that's in these people's heads.
It definitely seems like it would cause you to self-censor, at least around politics.
Well, if you're
more
a
than you
trained
already
player,
would.
you'll do that anyway, knowing that Taylor Frankie Paul is
Exactly.
the Bachelorette.
More than you already would. But
Unless you happen to make it to fantasy suites and you need an out to go out in third place to have the best statistical likelihood of wearing that season 30 Bachelor crown, then maybe while in fantasy suites, you might discover you have some political differences.
or you say, they don't go to the gym enough. I need my wife to live with me at the gym.
Or she's too, what was Rachel Reckitt? She's too old, or he was too young, or remember?
Yeah.
They had a 6-month age difference, and that was too much
he's
for him.
6 months younger. Yeah.
She's like, I'm looking for a guy who was born at least within an hour of me being born. Other than that, the age gap is too big.
Anyway, take care of yourselves out there, Pitt. We love you. Thank you for supporting our show. Praise be Dark Lord Palmer.
Please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast. Please get a friend to listen to us. And then please rate this podcast. Please review this podcast.